We were having an interesting conversation on Clubhouse last week, and I thought I should share it with you all. And the reason why it's interesting, it's about people wanting to bring a change in their life and why that's very difficult for everybody to do. And the reason why it's difficult is because most of the time, the change that you're trying to bring is to do with an opinion or a comment or a judgment that somebody else made about you. And then you decided to look into yourself and start changing. The best change that you can bring to yourself is actually by constantly looking within yourself and not looking outside. The best change that you need to drive within yourself is not a change based on opinion, but a change based on purpose. A change of purpose that you have driven for yourself as a goal, something that you are completely committed to, and you constantly want to do anything and everything to deliver that purpose. When you realize that your life is not really about seeking approval from others, when you realize that your life is not really about waiting for applause and good comments and likes, that's when you begin to change. Because most of us live the life of social media, which is primarily around likes and appreciations and how many followers do I have, etc. You would realize that people who are actually very successful don't wait for anybody's approval, right? So if you look at all the big celebrities, they don't really care what anybody thinks. They go on and do their job, and they do it very well because they're constantly looking at approval within. They're constantly looking at trying to drive more quality to the work that they're doing. And that makes them very, very different. That makes them very, very unique. You need to understand that if you want to change, you cannot change by following the rules. You need to change some of the rules that are there. You need to change something that you believe in, and you say, well, what I believe in does not exist in this world, and I need to change something in this world to make what I believe survive, exist, and thrive. You need to start challenging some of the rules. You need to start looking at how can you innovate and make things better. Success does not come until you challenge the normal. Your journey in this life is going to be built around everything that is your purpose. And that purpose should be very, very important to you. Everything in your journey in this life is going to have so many different events. Some of them are, not some of them actually, most of them are failure, disappointment, rejection, defeat, sadness, etc. But make sure that these events are part of your journey. They do not become your journey. Your journey is something far more bigger and far more larger than a few events that take place regularly in your life. Once your purpose is clear to you, once you've realized what you're going to do with your life, you will begin to find that change that you need to have. You need to build something very, very important for you within. And that important thing will make you completely deaf to any opinion, any suggestion, any criticism. And that makes you a little bit stronger inside, because successful people constantly try to correct themselves and not others. Successful people constantly try to improve themselves, not others. You need to keep doing that completely and totally always throughout your journey in this life. In my LinkedIn profile, I've written something that I strongly believe in, and I said the world does not stop when you do. It only begins for you when you start. So you need to begin that change in your life, and you need to make sure that change in your life is something very important to you and not to anybody else. The more you believe in that, the more you follow that, trust me, you would have a lot of followers, because then they understand you as a leader. Then they understand you as a destination of success.